In the second part of this tutorial, we will create additional panels, with cables and screens. And we will create two tools that will be useful. The first tool will be Group Select and the second tool will be the Cable Generator. In this chapter we will create the bases for the sides. And we return to the railing base, to Node Group Promote. Here we add the null node. And we rename it in Exterior Balustrade. And from here, we also add a null and we rename it in Upper Railing. Add Mirror node. Disable Keep Original. Direction, -1. Distance, 0.1. Add Bound node. Add Group node. Select Keep by Normals. Spread Angle, 50. Direction 1. Copy Bound, Group node and group the opposite side. Add Merge node and combine the result. We will use these two groups later. Add the Group node. Connect to the second input Upper Railing geometry. Select points and group by bounding object. We group this geometry for a move on the x-axis and in height. And to get the correct distance we will copy the Transform node. Select Actions and create reference copy. Rename the above group to Upper Landing. Now the height and length are equal to that of the escalator. And we also copy the Match node to correctly position the obtained geometry. Add the split node and extract the geometry that is in group 36. But let's rename it in middle railing. And select the middle railing group. Next we will connect these plans with each other. Add node shrink warp. We see that we have obtained a clean geometry. And we will transfer the middle railing group on this geometry. Add group transfer node. In the second input we connect the geometry from match size. Select the middle railing group and distance 0.3. And delete the geometry from this group. Add delete node. Select middle railing. Next we will create a new group. Add group node. Group name, center. Add the node merge and combine the geometry. Add fuse node. Add node null and rename in for Boolean. Return to the geometry balustrade at the node add. Next we will add the resample node. Maximum segments 3. Add the group expression node and group the first and last point. Group name endpoints. Select point valence and points. Click here and select valence 1. And delete these points. Next, add a box node. Size on x-axis 0.16, on y-axis 22. And copy the boxes on points. Add copy to points. Add the Boolean node and we will cut the geometry at the upper and lower landing. Now we need to group the geometry that is in the center. Return to the delete node. And we add the transform node. On the y-axis, 0.4. Add poly extrude. Select transform extruded front, transform space, global. Translate on y-axis, 1.6. Add another poly extrude. Distance 0.43. Activate output back. Add group node. Select points. And select bounding object. Group name, middle railing. And add the split node. Select group middle railing. Add the null node. And we activate group B inside A from the Boolean node. Rename node null in middle railing and upper lower railing. Add split node. Group center. Add another null node and rename in start lower module. Add delete node and select group B inside A. Add polyfill and ensemble node. Select create packed geometry. Add sort. Point sort along vector. Next we will delete all groups that we will no longer use. And once again add the split node and divide the geometry from the top to the bottom. Add null and rename in lower module. Copy node null and rename in upper module. And we will continue to expand the geometry. Add unpack node. And we create a group on one of the side faces. Add transform. And on the z-axis we add minus 0.058. Add node clean. Add match size. Center the geometry and activate the stash transform. At the end we add a null and name it in lower module centered.